everybody. Hope you guys had a good time, a good week this week. I'm just going to be making some coffee, talking about my own week. If you do like these videos, feel free to like and subscribe. But anyway, make your own cup of coffee, and let's drink some coffee together. Let me know how your week's going too. Alright, let's get started. So I'm changing the camera position just a little bit, just because there's a lot of glare every time I film right near the window, but I do like the window and the shot. So, but I got some great value Colombian coffee with some French vanilla creamer in it. Anyway, my mind's been all about baseball lately. I woke up and I immediately texted my assistant coaches talking about what our plan is for Monday. And they got back to me really soon. What I like about this group is that I think we all love baseball and we all are wanting to do well. So it's great to have those people who are actually engaged. And as a teacher, I know when it is, when people are engaged, and how difficult it can be to get anything done. But I texted my coaches, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And then I guess what my plans were for today and what my plans are now, because they've changed a bit. But I came up with a plan for practice on Monday. It's going to be about 3 stations, about 30 minutes, 10 minutes each. One on signs, another is on gonna be on what was it gonna be on? I just had a thought about the texting. I'm sorry, my mind's in that conversation right now. Another is gonna be on front toss, another is on fielding. And the thing I was thinking about is when I texted the coaches, I had the station about just the signs. Now I was sick on Friday, so the next text I got was they did that already. And I kind of thought I didn't really respond to it, so I'm thinking now that maybe when he said that, he meant like we don't need to do that. So, which is actually fine, because when I get to practice on Monday, I can just say, okay, we just drop. I can ask him and say, do you think we need to do more sign practice? And he'll probably say yes or no, and depending on what he says, if he said yes, we just do that. If he says no, we just do fielding and hitting, which is totally fine. Anyway, so I have 3 stations planned: hitting, fielding, and sign practice, because we're going to be using signs for stealing, bunting, taking a pitch, pick off, stuff like that. So I wanted to let them practice guess that's how the cookie crumbles. Because I'll talk to the assistant coaches. Do you think it's beneficial for them to work on it? I think probably, because when they get to 7th and 8th grade, they're going to be working on the infield, some of them. So have them actually just rotate would probably be the best. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to rotate them so that they all have a chance to practice everything. Anyway, so that's my plan for the Monday practice. Our first game's on Wednesday. I'm not nervous. I mean, I'm not the one playing, so I don't really take it personally if we do bad or good. I'm not like, damn it, guys, you let me down. I'm not that kind of coach. It's middle school, right? This is not super high leverage, high pressure coaching. If you face a middle school who has players who've played more, you're probably going to lose. So I don't, I really don't. I care, but I really don't. I don't go home and I'm like, dang it. But I do want to do my best, so I want to make sure that the kids know how to play, because for them, it's better to win than to lose. So while I'll be fine no matter what, right? For them, I'm not doing it for a paycheck, but I do get paid, right? For them, their payment is success, if that makes sense. So I want to make sure that they have the best opportunity to succeed. So, our first game's on Wednesday. Our next game's on Thursday. We have another practice on Friday, so it is going to be a busy week. Both games are... Well, I think our Wednesday game's away. Our Thursday game is home. And, I think they're both against decent teams, so we'll see how it goes, but I don't know where I was going with this. But, I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel ready. I do have a lineup, and as well as as like the starting 9, the people in the field, which I'm going to go over with the coaches. And we're going to discuss any changes they think are needed, right? So I basically get the ball rolling and all this stuff, and they add stuff. That's pretty much how we've been doing it, which is totally fine. I don't know where we're going with baseball, but we have 15 games. It's like 5 or 6 weeks of this, so the video is probably going to be less frequent just because I'm going to be pretty busy with baseball and schooling and everything. But I'm teaching World War I. Gonna have a battles lesson on Monday, and then watch War Horse. So my Tuesday and Wednesday, or my Wednesday and Thursday, depending on how it goes, is going to be pretty dang easy. So that's a blessing. Just because I know that I really just have to watch a movie. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I was gonna go watch a movie today. Gonna go to Sanford and watch the new Ryan Gosling movie. I already forget the name of it, but I think what I should probably do is stay here, get some grading done, go on a walk, and then maybe just get some smart food or something and watch like a Netflix movie. Save some money, save some gas. It's probably just makes more sense, I guess. Especially with all the new stuff that has been added to my plate. So maybe instead of driving an hour, it's really like 35 minutes. 35 minutes to a movie theater, buying, $8 worth of popcorn, a $15 movie ticket, driving back. Instead, I can maybe just actually do my job and get some work done. But yeah, do my job, get some work done, and then just watch whatever is on Netflix. I think there's a baseball game on today with the Red Sox. They're playing the Cardinals. They won last night. They lost 2 nights ago. Ranger Suarez, 6 innings, no runs, 6 strikeouts. Fantastic. That is why we signed him. I think the next person in the rotation is Brian Bayo, though, his whiff percentage is way up. Like, he is making guys whiff, but he always collapses in the fourth inning, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if teams adjust to him. What I've heard is that teams adjust to him, so like they will stop swinging outside the zone and make him come to them. But he needs to fix that because it's a problem. Because they always lose his games after like 3 1/4 innings of like shutout baseball, like good pitching. In the fourth inning, it's just like a blow up, and they just get hit after hit after hit. It's weird. So he needs to realize that. He needs to come with a different plan in that fourth inning. Something. Or reverse it. Start throwing strikes and then go out. I don't know. But he's got to do something. But, yeah. I got my contract for next year, which is a blessing. It's a little bit of a pay raise, which is normal. So I gotta bring that in on Monday and get that all done. So yeah. I think I'm gonna stay here at this school for a while. I'm looking at apartments still. I still haven't found anything that's in my price range that allows cats. So I've kind of made up my mind if I'll stay here as long as I need to until I find that perfect place. So that is what it is. But yeah, it's just crazy how expensive things are. It is actually insane. So I think I am going to be finding a summer job plus my summer school teaching, just like working at like I mean it sounds silly. I told my sisters at this stage started laughing. But like working at a gas station or something where I really don't need to think about anything. I just show up, punch in, punch out, good to go, get a paycheck. That's really all I'm looking for. Like a gas station or even like Hannaford's would be fine because that's something I can maybe keep during the school year and do like a weekend shift to make a little extra income. So that would be a blessing because I could afford a better place. So yeah, good times. Yeah, it is the struggle of teaching. It's great, don't get me wrong, for the pay, and you definitely get 3 months off. It's fantastic, and normally I feel like you would be able to survive as a single person on this salary, but not anymore. It's like impossible. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Like you make the medium income of a person. Like you're doing average, and you can't afford a place to live by yourself. That's bad. I mean, that's real bad. So it is what it is, I guess. I guess that's why they made married, right? Get married. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm in a weird stage of my life when, some friends are having like babies. My cousin's having a baby. And I'm like, here, just like, I need to find an apartment. I don't really care, I guess that's the right word. But it would be nice to have our own place, right? So, anyway, that's pretty much all I'm thinking about right now. My mind is taken up by baseball right now because the season's about to start. I want to make sure we do everything we can. I'm going to be the third base coach and giving out signs, something I've never done before. Don't tell the other coaches. But as the quote-unquote head coach, I felt it was my responsibility to have most of the responsibility. So there's a couple ways I was thinking about it. One would be I could be first base coach and give out signs, and then the assistant coach who mentioned he does third base, he could be third base coach and just do third basing. I could be in the dugout and giving out signs. Either way, I just should be the guy giving out signs, I think. Because, to be honest, if an assistant coach is giving out signs, he's really the head coach. that she always takes him out in a corner. I've seen him throw a pitch before, but I haven't seen any of them actually like do like a full bullpen. So I'm gonna let him deal with that. I'm like, dude, you do all that crap. You're the one who's actually worked with them. I'll deal with, positioning players who I've actually seen in the lineup. And then obviously I'll get some input from Shane, the other guy I work with, he doesn't want to be third base. He's like, dude, too many decisions. And I'm like, okay, you wanted to be first or dugout coach. And I think the pitching coach wants to be a base coach, so he's going to be first, I'm going to be third, and Shane is going to be dugout coach and work with Game Changer. So I think it works well. And if it doesn't, hey, we got a whole 6 weeks to work it out, so that's a good thing. But yeah, my parents are going to come up and see a game, which should be fun. I can't wait for them to see me giving out signs. They're like, damn, what the hell's going on here? I hope we win that game, but you never know, right? Keeping out signs are fun, but I have done a lot of research on signs and stuff, and third base coaching and stuff, just so I look professional out there. Not only for myself, but for them and for the assistant coaches too, It's better if you have a head coach that actually knows what they're doing. So, that should be fun. But I think we have a pretty good thing going on right now. Everybody seems to be happy, so... And if not, But yeah, I gotta get some grading done. And then go for a walk. I did 3 miles yesterday. I think I'm gonna do another 3 miles today. I am gonna go out and get some like smart food so I can just watch a movie or something, but I should probably do my walk earlier or before then, so I can just jump in the car when I'm done and just go get that stuff. But I've been rambling quite a long time now, actually. It's kind of a weird video, but it is what it is. Yeah. I really got nothing else to talk about. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, good weekend, and, whatever's going on in your life is succeeding and going well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.